Hey, what's going on, everybody? I go by the name of Eman Music from Real and Uncomfortable. I'm here with my co-host, Ctez.
Yes, sir.
Rayven.
Hey, y'all. All right, listen, y'all, I'm trying to put you on game. There's this new seltzer out there. So if you're trying to relax and feel a high without the hassle of smoking, make sure you stay tuned in to what we got to say.
We found it. We have it for you. It's legally highest, the world's first THC seltzer.
For sure. I mean, with only 5 calories and 15 calories, they got 2 different flavors. You got mango, you got lime. So if you got a little sweet tooth, definitely tap into the lime.
Definitely feeling that mango.
You know, if you're around the kids and you want to drink something discreet, this is the perfect refreshing drink. Sip it, nobody knows what's going on. You can enjoy a little high, you know what I mean?
Listen, you know what I heard?
What you
You
heard?
can get high in 20 minutes,
That's
right?
quick as
I think
hell.
their slogan is like, get high in the blink of an eye. You know how fast I blink?
But you do have to be 21 or older to enjoy. So drink responsibly.
If you want to try some, definitely check out the website, legallyhighest.com, and make sure you use the code POLY20. Okay, you get a discount. Let's make it happen.
So remember, guys, if you're trying to spice up your chill time, feel a little buzz, make sure you drink Legally Highest THC Seltzer and tune in to Real and Uncomfortable.
Stay elevated, everyone.
Stay elevated.
It's about to get real uncomfortable. Yeah, real and uncomfortable. It's about to get real uncomfortable. Yeah, real and uncomfortable.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Real and Uncomfortable. Here with your boy Ctez, and I'm here with
Eman Music.
Ray-Bans.
Yeah. And before we get into it, it's been a while since we really been here
Facts.
together. What'd you guys, do over the weekend? Do over this time in between?
Oh, you want me to start?
Of course, ladies first.
All right. So I just started my 2-week vacation. I am so excited
Oh, that's
to
lit.
be outside, live life. I was going to smoke some hookah, but Tess told me you can get herpes through that. So
Hey
I'm
man, I'm
chill
just
out.
looking out.
I'ma chill out.
Trying to keep the camera ready.
fact.
I'm not gonna insult nobody, but we can't be advertising for Nestle Crunch out here.
Okay. Negative. What you been up to?
Nah, I got the chance to go to the 50 Cent Final Lap Tour.
Oh, I know that was. If you guys know E-Man, you will know that his fandom has no limits for my guy.
Big things.
Fandom is, I would say his respect, the level of respect that I have for,
Okay.
When you think about, hip hop and what Get Rich or Die Trying has done for hip hop,
Okay.
you gotta respect it.
All right, so I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to our feeds and whatnot, but some of y'all have been very vocal about one of the questions we just asked not too long ago. And hey, don't be coming at me because y'all asked the question: is Cardi B have the same level of impact as Jay-Z or Drake? Those type of that level of artists in the game right now. And let me just say, y'all were going in.
People went crazy.
Listen, I wasn't there that episode. What they saying in the comments?
So we've had everything from hell yeah, thank you for somebody recognizing it, to Jay-Z has done nothing, to some more tamed takes that she's only got 2 albums for real.
Yeah.
She hasn't been in the game that long. Some people said Drake's not even a rapper. Why is he in the
Wow,
conversation?
Damn.
So
Damn. So was Cardi B a hard no for you?
no, you know what? I would have said no, maybe like a couple months ago, but I did some thinking about it, and we said impact. So to me, impact goes beyond music.
Right.
And I know a lot of the commenters are very strict hip hop heads. I am too. I'm very big on lyricism, but we can't front, man. Like Cardi B is a face of pop culture, and influence means what you've left behind to the game, and good or bad. She's influenced a number of new female artists, as well as the trajectory they've taken into the game. You got the reality star that made it, the stripper who made it. And I'm not going to hold you. A lot of these artists now are more stripper than rappers. So,
That's true.
word. Now, more than Jay-Z, I don't know. More than Drake, not sure. That's subjective, as most of these things are. But there is one thing for sure, and that's that in E-Man's mind, nobody is touching.
50 Cent. When it comes to impact,
Okay, now what? Please explain.
if you think about just hip hop is what, 50 years old now?
I believe so.
It's-
G-Lo,
it's-
fact check on that. Hey, you try to make this man work, do a little bit of work, and he's pointing at me though.
The laptop's a whole prop.
We're celebrating 50 years of hip hop. So
Right.
hip hop is fairly new when it comes to genres or whatever. And when you think about impact, what Get Rich or Die Trying did, it literally shut down the game for like a year and a half. When it dropped, everybody, Jay-Z even has that video on the Breakfast Club where he was like, he went in and started warning his artists, and he was like, yo, 50 Cent is coming. So y'all need to drop now or it's going to be quiet. You feel me? So when it comes in terms of like impact, Get Rich or Die Trying to me has had the biggest impact ever when it comes to hip hop.
So do you think that album, I got a question for you two, Ray, in a second. Do you think that album constitutes he himself and his career being the most impactful hip hop rap artist ever?
That's a tough question. I think he's in the running. I think I would need more time to think about that question. But he's definitely in the running.
1 year compared to 50 years is a really low percentage.
No, but we're talking about impact. We're not talking about like how much music he put out. We're not talking about like, we're just talking about like the impact that, because what 50 Cent did will never be recreated again.
Who do he influence after him though? Who?
Everybody.
Everyone?
Everybody.
You want to give him everyone?
If you look at even Pop Smoke is a carbon
Well,
copy
that's
of 50.
different,
Like
though.
all of these rappers, all of these gangster rappers or whatever, 50 pretty much laid
So
the lane for
50
that.
created gangster rap.
G Herbo, all Chief Keef,
So you
all
think he had a
the
hand in
youngins
drill?
that came after that.
Okay.
Even in terms of drill, I'm not gonna say 50 is the main reason why, but their style, the influence that they have,
Yeah.
50 played a big part in it. Like they all look up to 50. All the G Herbos, the Chief Keefs, the people that we grew up on, they all look up to 50.
Okay. Now, who can we put into that? Because one person that, and I know, guys, stop throwing other people at my conversations and shit. Because like, if I'm talking about somebody, I'm talking about them. I'll bring in your person later, and here's a chance. They were mad at me because I didn't say Nicki Minaj in that conversation. They're like, how dare you talk about
watch
Cardi?
your mouth.
There we go,
Watch
right?
your mouth.
I can see why they would be mad though, because you know,
I can too.
Nicki, I can't say that Nicki had.
Impact? What?
You see my head, right?
Right,
It's
she
like,
better-
it's shaking.
Hold on.
She gonna reach for a chair soon.
I'm about to throw your hat. The fuck?
I feel like it's different because when Nicki was out, she was the only female really doing her thing. So I look at it a little bit differently. Like Cardi's out, but Cardi, there's the Cardis, there's the Megans, there's the the Lola Brooks, there's the like.
But I feel
the
like
Ice
she
Spice, there's the-
influenced
Yes,
those
down.
women.
You feel like Nicki influenced
Nicki,
Yes.
without Nicki,
I
there's
would
no
say-
Cardi.
That's a gamble because Cardi kind of had a Lil Kim influence. I would say she was closer to Lil Kim.
Well, but I think they
than
all
Nicki.
are, though.
Yeah, Lil Kim
think
influenced Nicki, and then
I think Nicki is Little Kim Part 2.
Okay.
Like her seed that she forgot about.
okay,
I can see that. It's a shame that they never really, like, you know what I'm saying?
connected.
Yeah, that could have been epic.
But I think that's because in the game, people try to push women against each other.
100%.
Yeah, I think so, too. It's like there can only be
100%.
one.
Right. But I feel like Cardi is the one that changed that energy.
Okay.
And opened up
Alright.
the door for multiple females to be popping at the same time without that feeling of we got to compete. I think she was an advocate for that. You know what I'm saying? Because when she was trying to come up, all the females were trying to compete. And it's like, yo,
Yeah.
there's room for everybody.
We can really, like, take this shit over if we can work together.
You know what I mean? So
All right, so then who would you put at 50's level? Because I know I have my selections.
who would I put at 50's level? Jay-Z.
Okay.
And we talking impact, Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg.
That's it? Are we just looking within
Drake.
music?
Drake.
Or are we looking impact in general still?
You said, are we just looking at what?
I want to say impact in general still.
You got to include the music in it too, though. You got,
of course,
you got
of
to look.
course.
Yeah,
It's a big part of it.
Yeah, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and Drake. I will leave it
Okay.
at that.
So no Kanye?
I can't put him on the list. I'm sorry.
Wow. That's
I can't put him on the
disrespectful.
list. I can't put him on the list.
Why not?
Kanye's like his own breed of person.
Yeah.
Do you know how much impact you have to do that, though?
Kanye's
To
like the
carve
Black
out-
Trump.
You just literally said like he carved an entire lane for himself.
But a lot of people didn't follow, though.
I
Like
think they did in
he's
a way.
playing in the corner by himself, and people are
no.
just looking at him like, "Yo, is he all right over there? Like, who man's is this?
That's crazy.
Who man's is this?"
Okay, guys. So, all right, look. I feel like we always get into this because I will say that Kanye is one of the few artists who was able to best 50 Cent. 50 had his immeasurable work ethic, incredible body of work, an amazing discography. But throughout his entirety of pushing and have beefs with other people, winning those situations, in my mind, there's always one chink in the armor. And E, you know what it is. You're not going to say it, but he was outsold in a head-to-head situation against, who is that?
You know why that's not a fair situation?
Why is it not fair?
Because it's almost like Kanye West was the underdog. Like, people wanted to see 50 lose because 50 had been bullying people, or you know what I'm saying? 50 had been dominating so much that it was like Kanye is like the little boy who, you know,
And
if you pick on him, you're the bad guy.
And 50 never utilized that to win his beefs?
No, he went against people who could actually fight back. He never picked on people who couldn't fight back.
And it's not that he couldn't. He picked on people who he was punching up at. And that's literally how he, even with his marketing strategy for, say, Power, right?
Okay.
And you'll hear the actors of Power say this. They were like, look, stars said they believed in us, but they gave us a limited marketing budget.
Right.
And at the same time, I don't know if you guys recall, there was this show called Empire.
Right.
Almost, not the same, but similar black concept, family involved in maybe some underhanded stuff, mafia type shit. Mm-hmm. And he said that Fox had a massive budget for Empire, whereas Stars did not really believe in Power that much at the time. Right. So what did he do? He went on every interview and he mentioned Empire. He mentioned every star. He mentioned Taraji. He mentioned Terrence Howard. He mentioned everybody involved. I believe, who was it? Was it Lee Daniels is the writer for Empire?
I think so.
So he mentioned everyone to the point where they had to mention 50 and Power, turning every interview that Empire went on to a moment for Power.
Right.
That's punching up. That's
Right.
literally.
But that's what I'm saying. 50 punches up. He couldn't do that with Kanye because Kanye was underneath. You feel me?
So Kanye was the underdog and still beat 50. He beat a Titan.
He looks so defeated right now.
It's not about the
looks so
it's just the fact that it was inevitable. There was nothing that 50 could have done. 50 could have put out better music. Could have done. There was nothing that he could have done to beat Kanye because of where hip hop was at the time.
But that's also why I say that Kanye's impact cannot be understated. Because from the path of college dropout, he opened up a lane. And yes, he might be sitting on an island right now. I get it. Son has done his own thing. I get it. But
Whose man is this?
during that, that's crazy. At that moment, he allowed a door to open up for rappers that weren't about the same things thematically that, say, 50 was.
Yeah.
So without him, do we get Cole? Do we get Kendrick? Do we get Drake? Do we get all of these artists? Wayne said that he was introduced to Drake years before he signed Drake.
How do you guys leave Wayne out the conversation? You just reminded me, talking about influence.
Oh, yeah.
Impact.
You cannot leave Wayne out the conversation.
That's true.
I agree.
I give that too. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we want to talk versus battles, and who can take on who, I think 50 is almost an impossibility of somebody to really take him on. I think Wayne is up there too. I think that Kanye and Drake knew they're both kind of titans in that regard too, so they had that fake little concert together. It was really kind of a versus, but not really a versus. Jay is up there too. And speaking of the verses too, they created a lot of moments. You guys have any favorites?
In terms of verses?
In terms of hip hop.
Oh, favorite hip hop moment.
Right.
I mean, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Get Rich or Die Trying. Get Rich or Die Trying. Definitely favorite moment. Like, I really, for me, it made me want to do music. That's how impactful it was. Like, just the energy around it. I was like, I need to be a part of whatever's going on here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how old was I? Like, I was a kid. I was like 12, 13. I don't know. But I was
aging
like, at
himself.
that point, I was like, I need
Put that in my calculator real quick.
No, I was 2003. I was 12.
Okay.
So I was just with the energy around it, the way that he came out, the sound, the music. Like if I really think about it, I think the first CD that I got was "Get Rich or Die Trying." It was the bootleg version, but it was "Get Rich or Die Trying." So
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think
that's
you're
my
wrong for saying that one.
favorite moment in hip hop.
I will. Oh, Ray, go ahead.
My favorite moment in hip hop was "No Ceilings" by Wayne. I
yeah.
know every
Yeah.
fucking song on that mixtape. I remember at the time too, I had a little iPad shuffle.
Yeah.
I deleted all my songs off
Just
of
to
that
listen to
iPad
that?
shuffle,
Just to make sure
just so
it's
I
there.
could know every word.
Sheesh. Nah, that was really a legendary mixtape.
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Wayne had a true takeover. I will say before we, stop talking about 50, we had a conversation earlier, and I will admit that "Get Rich or Die Trying" was the first record I saw that painted such an entire picture of somebody's life that it inspired a movie, it inspired a video game, right? Had a video game. Yeah, it inspired those things. It gave him the leverage to create a group. I don't know how many people you saw, but I saw an awful lot of people with G-Unit shirts, G-Unit sneakers.
It would have been me.
Yeah.
I had
What?
that shirt and the bag.
What?
There it is.
In the bag.
What else? What else did they have? The bulletproof vests, of course.
Style, the tank tops, the
Yeah,
G-Unit tank
the
tops.
G-Unit tank
I
tops.
had those at like 12, 13.
At 12, 13.
Come on.
Right.
I still remember my brother taking me to the store to get those. Like, he was laughing the whole way, but I'm like, yo, this is
I
what
need those.
I need that.
those. I need that.
You know what I mean?
But you're right, Ray. You got to put Wayne up there, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
You got to put Wayne up there. He had a takeover that I think wasn't seen since 50 at that point.
And
Not-
honestly, I honestly don't think anyone is going bar for him, like with him at all. At all.
But see, and that's the thing. So even with 50, when I think of 50, I'm not talking about like lyrically.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the overall impact. So if we talk about lyrically, I'm sure that there are more lyrical rappers.
Absolutely.
That I give it. You know what I mean? I'm not even arguing that. Just the impact of what he brought to the table. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think, even to this day, I haven't seen anything like it. Lil Wayne was kind of closer with the whole Best Rapper Alive campaign.
Yeah.
But it just-
Campaign. It wasn't a
it was-
campaign.
it was a
It was a
campaign.
fact. It was
He
stamped.
hit y'all with the Hitler trans. Let me repeat it enough to where you gonna start believing
Oh,
what
man.
I'm saying.
Nah, I will say that shit really pushed though.
Yeah.
His albums too got Jay-Z on
Harder.
Best Rapper Alive
Yeah.
was the song too. Yeah, man. It felt like he was getting acknowledged by everybody. I don't know if you could beat that one.
Listen, and your boy down bad right now. Anyway, they be clowning him.
Oh,
on,
after the Super Bowl?
50 Cent.
Yeah.
Like they was doing this video where like the host was like giving girls a chance to have dinner with 50 Cent
jeez, I saw
or a $25 gift card from Amazon, and the
Yeah.
girls was taking the $25
Nah,
gift card.
you know what it is? That's because girls nowadays just you
Man,
throw a little
bye.
dollar in front of them.
Bye.
They just
Bye.
they run with it.
Hot
You
take,
know?
hot take,
How
hot take,
much
hot
is 50
take.
Cent worth?
What, money wise?
Yes.
I don't. You can probably look it up. I don't know his actual net
It's a
worth.
prop. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I mean, it's this Wi-Fi got us moving like a brick, but
But no. I just think because I've seen a couple of those interviews where like they're like $200 or a date with Soulja Boy, and the girl's like, oh, $200.
net
Who's
worth
Soulja Boy?
currently 40 mil.
40 mil.
40 mil.
So I'm saying $25 to 40 mil.
Nah, but they're not looking at it that way. They're looking at it as
Listen.
I want the
Because
cash now in my hand.
they knew he was played out. That's what it was.
Well, also look at it like this: who were they asking? Because you always say this when we throw things in the chat. We show you memes. You're like, oh, you asking some young girls who just got out of this, that, or
Listen.
they don't really know anything.
Listen.
Don't let them speak.
They
for
watch
all
Power.
women. No,
They
and
watch
they, and
Power.
they and they look at the stars
So-
in it.
Let me ask you then. Was it $25 or a date with 50?
$25 or a date with 50.
I
Like
thought
be for real. Like be for don't
thought
try
that
to
was
cap
her
for the
answer.
cameras.
I'm not listen.
Be for real.
No
for real.
cap.
A date with
You see
50,
me?
he take care of you and everything.
I'm gonna go on the date.
there you go.
I'm gonna go on the date.
You feel me?
Right.
You want to explain why?
Why? Because I respect where he comes from. You know what I mean? I like to see people with hustle. So if I can learn from
$40
somebody,
million.
if I can learn from somebody, I'm gonna give them the time to educate me. That's my final answer.
In hopes of getting the $40
And
million.
hopes to get the $40 million.
Okay.
If I was your best friend,
Hey. Well, I hope you had a great time at the show, E. That sounds
No,
like
it
it
was
was good
fire.
one.
It was fire.
G-Lo, did you go too? No? Oh, shit. Never mind.
What? 50 Cent, Busta Rhymes, J. Cole, freaking Jadakiss. Like, it was fire. It was
If you
fire.
don't mind me asking, how much was his tickets?
$250.
$250. Nothing on Beyonce though.
Well, that's
Nothing
crazy.
on Beyonce.
Beyonce
I mean-
going after rent money.
Yeah, nah,
Listen.
she's wild.
She had a.
She trying to take your mortgage.
She had
Right.
every bitch dressed alike for like
Yeesh.
the whole month.
Crazy. But I gotta hand it to her. She's remained not just relevant, but like the queen of this performance, theatrical stuff. Like any artist who's having a show, step y'all shit up because that's insane.
Study Beyonce.
She got her daughter,
Study
Beyonce.
Study Beyonce.
her whole daughter in the front.
Yeah, creating a whole career for her too at the same time. Not that she'd ever need it, but fuck it, why not?
That girl probably made like 3 times my salary
Oh,
this
yeah.
one summer. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
What's going on, everybody? I go by the name Eman Music.
Ctez.
Ray-Bans.
Yes. And we got a tasty treat for y'all today. Righteous Felon beef jerky. I mean, they got a whole bunch of flavors. I'm not gonna lie, these flavors are as bold as the conversations that we be having on Real and Uncomfortable.
Facts.
That's for sure. And with flavors, with the Korean-inspired Soul Survivor, I see what you guys did there. We got the OG Hickory, and then we have Marilyn Monroe with the Chesapeake crab-inspired flavors.
All right, but that's not all. And let me pull up my phone to make sure I have this information right. So every bite of Righteous Felon jerky supports the Conservation Alliance, helping to preserve epic national parks. So we're talking about jerky with a purpose, okay?
All right, hold on. I gotta open up one of these real quick. Let me dabble into the habanero. That's the habanero.
Oh,
It's
of
the
course he picks the
habanero
spiciest
Escobar.
joint.
Of
Spicy.
course.
Escobar.
No, because I tasted the Soul Survivor. It was hitting pretty good. So
all
let me.
right.
You know, I can smell it from here.
Bro.
There we go.
I didn't try the habanero.
Listen,
God
I've never
damn.
seen G-Lo run that fast before.
Wow.
Right.
No, this is hitting. Okay, this is a little spicy. I like this. I was looking at the back too. A nice little source of protein. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you want to get yourself some, make sure you check out righteousfelon.com and use the promo code POLY15.
Save that money.
Treat yourselves and treat the parks, and make sure you tune in to Real and Uncomfortable.
So, did you guys have any other hip-hop moments that really stand out to you?
I want to say for me, I was like in my, Drake fan era when he started like sing rapping. I
Okay.
think, sing rapping T-Pain.
Oh, see?
We can't
T-Pain.
leave out T-Pain.
T-Pain, influence. Talk about that.
Because that auto-tune,
Yes. That shit is everywhere.
It breaks my heart because with T-Pain, I respect him as like a musician.
Yeah.
I respect him so much. But the damage that Jay-Z did to him with that death of autotune, that hurt my heart.
Yeah.
That hurt my heart because I feel like if Jay-Z hadn't done that, T-Pain would have been up there with like all the
greats.
with the
Yeah.
greats. And I feel like it's not his fault because he's talented regardless of what Jay-Z
He
did.
can really sing.
He can
Yeah,
sing.
he
He
can.
can write. He
he
is,
can dance. You
Oh,
see
He
yeah.
can
that?
perform. I saw him
do this
perform. What was it at? I saw him perform at Summer Jam.
Right.
The energy, like
Oh, yeah.
everybody came out. Ludacris came out. Cool. It was
Oh,
cool
yeah. He did
performances.
All I Do. Yeah, he did.
What?
Yeah. Crowd
He
goes
had,
crazy.
he had the
Crowd goes
crowd in the
stupid.
palm of his hands. So like T-Pain is a great artist. I just feel like that death of autotune was like a stain on his record that just
It kept
crippled
his
him a
momentum
little bit. It slowed it down.
Yeah, it
It's-
definitely
you
did.
What
know.
do you guys feel about Soulja Boy thinking he has such a
Ooh.
huge impact on music?
I think he's right.
Because he said he created Drake.
Okay,
Okay, I don't know
he's
about-
he's pushing.
I don't know about that.
But
He's
look, I did
pushing the
see
limits.
some receipts where Drake did take his line.
Oh, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, no.
Well,
he
yeah,
definitely
people
did.
Multiple,
borrow,
like,
people
you know.
borrow shit all the time. I can give you that.
You
Especially,
can't borrow if you're making money off of it.
I mean, Drake has been known to study styles. He does do them rather well, and I be bumping them shits just the same. But what we got?
Oh.
M. I mean,
No, that was another one though. I don't know
Yeah.
if I was like, little emo, but Eminem
I
had
would-
me in my feelings. Like I
Yeah.
wanted what's his wife's name? Kim?
Kim. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted that bitch dead.
Damn,
Right, the vengeance.
that's heavy.
Yeah, but nah, Eminem show was crazy. That went stupid. His time was it the Marshall Mathers LP? That was one of his projects too. He
Alright.
had a whole takeover, and I will say, if you want to talk impact and lineage, you got to put M up there because he's responsible.
No,
for
he definitely laid
Yeah.
he paved the way for 50 Cent. Like
Yeah.
without Eminem, there is no 50 Cent where he is today.
Yeah.
Even going to the show, going back to the show,
Yeah.
He's still
the
mentally
diversity,
there.
because I was peeping it, the diversity in the crowd. I think Eminem opened the floodgates for 50 to tap into the white audience.
I believe so too.
If he hadn't been with Eminem, he would have been too much of a gangster rapper
Yeah.
to tap into that audience. So Eminem gave him the green pass for, you know what I mean? It's my man's, y'all rock
Immediate
with him.
crossover.
And that's how he's able to do world tours just like this.
I agree.
Can I ask
You
you
know what I
guys
mean?
a question?
Yeah.
All right, so if you had to pick one movie, are you choosing 8 Mile or
Get
Get
Rich
Rich
or
or
Die
Die Trying?
Ooh.
That's hard. The reason why it's hard is because, in my opinion, I feel like Get Rich or Die Trying could have been better in the sense of it could have, knowing the background story, there's so many details that
they
were
left
left
out?
out
Okay.
that, you know what I mean?
They
Just for
couldn't- they
movie
couldn't
purposes.
approve because of-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of hurts me saying Get Rich or Die Trying. 8 Mile was dope. Like the storyline was dope. The acting was dope from Eminem.
I mean, his palms are sweaty.
Knees weak, arms
Arms are heavy. There's vomit on this shit. Palms are-
Nah,
Said already.
just as a movie, I would go with 8 Mile.
8 Mile?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, I give it.
Story wise, I connected to Get Rich or Die Trying a little bit better, but as a movie, but I also feel like Eminem had a bigger budget than 50.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
With the writers, with
I
the,
mean, look at the
You know what I
actors.
mean? Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
actors. Right.
So he definitely had a bigger budget.
I can give you guys that. Can I? Let me just speak on this Soulja Boy thing because I feel like you made everybody laugh when you said fucking Soulja Boy.
I fuck with Soulja Boy.
I'm gonna defend him a little bit. So, Soulja Boy set the groundwork for marketing. Modern day music marketing would be nothing without Soulja Boy.
1,000%.
Like the fact that we were on LimeWire, and I hope that.
And YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
YouTube, he was the first, I
Yup.
think, rapper, or maybe artist. I can't confirm.
Viral
but
dancing.
And What a Dance.
Yup.
one of the first artists to get paid off of YouTube too. Because I remember,
Right.
and this I remember vividly, he got on there. People were hating on him.
Absolutely.
Right? He didn't say anything. After like 6 months of getting paid, he made a video where he was like, "All right, cool. Y'all was hating on me. I'm getting paid 15 cents per view and like whatever amount
That
per
was
comment."
when YouTube money was really.
Yeah, they was
really
paying.
something.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And his clothing line.
Clothing
Oh,
line.
The way he dressed. I even had like a t-shirt that was like 3 times my size. It's just cuz,
That's a
you know?
fact.
I even going back to 50. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This is 50.com. The setup was inspired by Soulja Boy.
His
Soulja Boy
blogs,
gave him the
right?
blueprint because Soulja Boy already had that. He was connecting directly with the fans. He wasn't worried about like the other blogs. He gave them the blueprint for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't think you can knock Soulja Boy. He say some
marketing-wise,
reckless,
he's a
wild
genius.
shit. He do. But yeah, man, we was all doing the dance. We was all destroying computers with LimeWire,
Facts.
yeah.
like all that shit. So,
But that's one thing that I struggle with Soulja Boy is that I've never met somebody in person who was like, I like Soulja Boy. But I remember vividly, you would go to a party, and as soon as that dun dun dun, Soulja Boy tell him, everybody was running to the dance floor.
Yep. And the other dances that came off as a derivative of that, also stupid. What was it? Crank That Batman.
Yeah.
Crank That
Superman. They had every superhero.
Yeah.
Every
Even the
superhero.
shirts with the fucking
The 3XL.
the 3XL shirts with
And
the
the shutter shades
Oh,
and the
man.
studded belt.
Yup. Yeah.
You was wearing that? How
Nah.
old were you then?
Like 13, 14.
13? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She really gonna do this math later.
Right? That's
Yeah.
right. You said 2000 and tweet through.
Yeah.
Now, again, I keep trying to get here because I feel like I would be remiss as a New Yorker if I didn't talk about moments in hip hop and I didn't talk about the verses with Jadakiss. Yeah, and even honestly, verses in general gave us a lot of moments. I don't know if you consider them all hip hop because I remember the Mario, what was it, Mario Omarion battle
Yeah,
too.
Mario, Marion. I think Jeremiah was there, wasn't he?
Yup.
First of all, Jeremiah cannot sing.
See, that's tough because he's a
No, it's not
Hold
tough.
on, time out. He was at the 50 concert, right?
Okay.
Yo,
Tell us one more time you went to the 50 concert, yo.
Email, you gotta buy us all tickets next time.
I'm
bro.
just saying, but no. And I was paying attention to that. one thing that I realized is that if you have a bad engineer on the boards, it can mess you up.
Absolutely.
So as an engineer,
He
you got to
can't-
know what you're doing so that the artist can sound the best. You know what I mean?
Or the artist should be able to sing.
But if the mix
Yeah.
ain't right, it's gonna be hard for you to really hit those.
Bro,
Yeah.
listen,
Those notes.
I seen him live. Ain't nothing that engineer was gonna do.
That's tough because I promise
Even
you.
if he had auto tune, that shit would sound crazy.
Dang. I thought he sounded all right. So whoever the engineer was this time, you did.
So
your
you must have
job.
been drinking
Yeah.
this. Okay.
He was flying high. Yeah, man. But in terms of the verses, the Jadakiss and Dipset verses,
Yes.
that one I think it goes down in history. I think Jadakiss pretty much it wasn't the Locks versus Dipset. It was Jadakiss versus Dipset.
It was.
He destroyed all three of them.
Uh-huh.
When he dropped that, I got 100 guns, 100 clips.
Yeah, that went stupid.
Who was up there forgetting their lines? It was
Jim Jones?
yeah.
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 I think most of them honestly just kind of thought it was going to be a
A
sing-along.
light little,
Yeah, light
play
little-
on.
All right.
Nah.
So when do you think an artist should retire? At like what age? Because I'm really tired of seeing
The old heads.
like you know what I mean? Like let your hot shit rest.
I think that we got to, I don't want to take it too far into the business side, but not everybody did the best contracts. So,
1000%.
you know, as far as record sales goes, a lot of them more so rely on performances and live shows. So, yeah.
My thing is, I just think that they should stop making new music after a certain
I'll
point.
give
I
you
think
that.
that's where they go wrong. Because you 50 trying to sound like you 20, that's
Facts.
not making sense.
Mary J. Blige
But-
tried to do that.
Ooh,
Yeah, nah.
recently that was
Look,
ooh.
if you got classics and you got hits, you still have fan base that'll pop out and,
That's
and
true.
watch you perform those. And if we look at other genres,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these folks they make that 1, 2, 3 songs that are super popular, and that's what they perform at their shows. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we know you for. We enjoy that music. Give us that. Like this whole thing of like I have to stay relevant and compete with the youth. I think that's where they go wrong.
That's true. I think that it's impossible just because the way or what the youth listen to and look for,
Yeah.
totally different now.
Yeah.
You can't take something like No Ceilings and then let it compete with Pound Town.
No.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just it's not it.
That's my shit, but
Right.
only on Friday through Sunday, you know.
That's when the you know,
Yeah, we don't gotta talk about it.
y'all probably see it somewhere on the internet. Now, okay, what about when Jay-Z performed Empire State of Mind and
Lil Mama.
you knew where I was going with this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah. I think that's a moment.
It's a moment. I wouldn't say it's like an impactful moment. I think it was more so like a funny, we laugh at it moment.
I think those are the moments that unify everybody. We all, you know, like there was who felt she should be up there.
No, everybody
she
knew.
felt-
Everybody knew.
she felt she should be up there.
Everybody knew she shouldn't have been up there.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
I think the funniest thing is watching it back and seeing. I think it's Beyonce trying to like
Hold her back.
and just grab. Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
But what's your most impactful hip hop moment?
I'm a villain at heart,
Okay.
so, and I
You
have
said a villain?
Yeah.
and I have a particularly favorite artist
back
that
up.
you guys know.
Kanye West.
So, and this may not be an entirely hip hop moment, but I think he, as much as people hated him for it, I think he spoke up for hip hop when he did this.
George.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No. Wow, that's crazy. Nah, when he said, you know, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh my gosh.
With Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That was my graduation T-shirt.
There you go.
That was my graduation T-shirt.
I
Yeah.
think that he's, and like, you know, I might be buying into it too much, you know, forgive me if whatever. I think that there's been a lot of times at these award shows where, you know, hip hop has been overshadowed despite its impact. And Beyonce had Single Ladies, and that was going nuts. Absolutely bananas. And maybe it's because we don't necessarily have the crossover impact for Taylor Swift to listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But the way that was overshadowed,
Yo, I
But-
feel confident in saying that Kanye made Taylor
more famous.
more famous.
He definitely did because people
Relevant.
felt sorry for her,
Relevant.
and
Yeah, I think
they
so.
were like, "Whatever you want, we got you."
Yeah.
But my question in terms of that is, what award did she win? Best female artist?
I think it was might have been like,
it was like
well,
best
hey,
female
let's
artist.
see. Bug it, right?
He said of all time.
Yeah, right. I mean, and you can't really argue with it because how many people were doing the dance? They had parodies of it all over the place. This was really like just when stuff was starting to go viral, and they had SNL behind it. They were doing their thing, their little parody of it. I really
What song did she even have out?
Who?
Taylor Swift at that time.
I couldn't tell you.
Is it Romeo Juliet?
It might have been that one.
I couldn't tell you.
Yo,
What'd you say?
but they ride for her though. Taylor Swift fans,
I mean, we saw how they did with Britney Spears. They be ready. They be ready.
guns loaded.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep a chair on me.
Looking for the award that she won.
Yeah, what award?
Because my thing with that is, I think Beyonce won Video of the Year. So, yes, she didn't win Best Female
Video.
Artist, Best Female Video,
Best
right?
female video.
But are we really
Beyonce
putting
won Video of the Year,
Taylor?
which I think is more important than Best Female Video.
How do you win one and not the other, E? You got the best. You got the best. If she happens to be a female, she won that too.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Maybe they just want to share the love. You know what I mean?
I'm not for participation medals, bro.
Damn.
Nah.
I feel like that's what it was. Like they were gonna give her Best Video of the Year, and then let's hook up Taylor Swift for Best.
But we already knew that was not the best video. I don't even know what video it was, but it
Taylor
was not.
Swift?
No, not over Beyonce. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, that's right, Beehive. Go, go, go.
Fuck them hoes.
Damn.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. So what else has been going on in music right now?
Oh, Lizzo.
Okay. Okay.
Lizzo.
You want to speak
But what's
on it?
what's the story about?
Listen, so I don't know all the details, but I heard that she was fat shaming her dancers who are plus size. And then there was like some weird sexual things going on where she was like
coochie bananas.
Sticking bananas in other women's vaginas and making her dancers eat out of them. She's not giving them lunch breaks. Like it sounds like slavery. Your favorite thing to say, blink twice. If you need help
Blink
out
twice if
there,
you need help.
find us.
Yeah.
I could create a little GoFundMe. What's going on?
But my girl showed me a video where Lizzo was like, I don't know if she's rapping or singing, but she's saying
The
that
rumors is
there
true.
was a they signed an NDA.
Yeah.
So my thing is with that, like, she's safe.
No, it's not looking good for her. And I was telling you, like every year I go to the Made of America festival. She was supposed to headline this year with SZA.
Oh, they
That
took it
shit
off?
is canceled.
Oh, no.
And you know who owns that festival? Jay-Z.
Oh,
So that sounds like a big ass lawsuit.
yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna be able to. Once you sign an NDA, there's not much that you could do.
In the 2020-ish era, a lot of that has been patched, because I know that a lot of these situations where you get like Me Too-esque situations have NDAs involved, and I don't know if they changed the statute of limitations or the reach of the statutes, but I've heard of a couple of them being found invalid. So if they found any way to kind of circumvent it, shut it down.
I don't think they're gonna find anything, but I think the audience has the power to cancel her.
Listen, but
Absolutely.
didn't
And if they
she
speak
admitted
out-
it in her song?
Yeah, no,
she
no,
said
she
all
said
the
it.
rumors are true.
Yeah.
Bitch is trying to sue me. Like she
Yeah,
said
that
it.
wasn't the best thing to do. That was kind of crazy. I will say this, that when it comes to those situations, they should be taken very seriously.
Yeah.
But the process is also part of the punishment. And when you have an artist that is on the rise, I don't know if you consider Lizzo on the rise, because she's pretty much been in a position for a while.
She's almost there.
Yeah, but you see her losing opportunities. Those don't always come back. Even when guilt is disproven or innocence is proven, those don't always come back. So whatever the case may be, we hope that everybody is okay and safe. Yeah, not the way that I want to think about
Listen,
fruit, though.
and I love bananas, yo. If I go to the grocery store and I see them shits and that little section look empty, y'all nasty.
Oh my god.
Nah, that reminds me of the what was that? 50 Shades of Grey, and people work in the movie theaters finding cucumbers in the movie theater.
What was
I don't
they-
even
what
want
was
to
they doing
know.
with
I don't
the-
even want to know.
I'm like, I thought about it two ways. I'm like, is it hollow or is it?
They were making pickles. That's what they was doing.
First of all, that's nasty.
That's super nasty.
Oh, shit. Well, guys.
Is that a wrap?
I mean, I don't know if y'all want to end on that note, but I feel like we got off the rails a little bit.
I need some water.
I'm Ctez.
Raven.
E-Man Music.
You gotta say my real name.
And this has gotten very uncomfortable. So you can follow us at myself at Ctez Music.
Raybands_XO.
Mixed by E-Man Music. And of course, check out the page, Real and Uncomfortable.
Absolutely. That's Real Uncomfortable everywhere.
Peace.
Later.